Hi everyone, my name is Cynthia. Let's talk books, and occasionally you might see my dogs running around because, well, they live here. Today I have a very special video for you all. Today I'm going to talk about the Latinx books that are on my pile of possibilities for Latinxathon and for Latinx book bingo, and basically for Latinx Heritage Month, which is September 15th through October 15th. So I have such a large amount of options that I'm just going to go through the ones that are on my physical bookshelf on my TBR. I'm not going to go in any particular order. I'm just going to kind of start going through them because, it can be a little hot mess over here. The first book that's on my physical TBR is Dominicana by Angie Cruz. This book looks good. It looks like it's about kind of the immigrant experience from a Dominican woman moving to New York, and maybe also dealing with issues of domestic violence. So I'm really interested in it. I've heard some mixed things about it, but I know I definitely want to get to it. The next book on my list is The Book of Lost Saints by Daniel Jose Older. He is such a good writer. I've really been enjoying reading his work, and this is just on my TBR for a few months. It is set during the Cuban Revolution, this book does, and I really love the way he handles historical material. So I am really looking forward to getting to that. Also on my list is Incendiary by Zoraida, Cordova. So this is a YA fantasy novel. I don't know that much about it, but the cover for the sequel was just revealed. It looks gorgeous, and I really like Zoraida Cordova. Since I just mentioned a Zoraida Cordova book, I'll mention another one by her, Bruja Born. This is book number 2 in the Labyrinth Lost series, and I really like Labyrinth Lost. I really want to continue with the series. The third book and the conclusion of the trilogy just came out, and the book is on its way to me. So I am hoping that I can get to these during Latinx Heritage Month. Also on my TBR is Sal and Gabi Fix the Universe by Carlos Hernandez. So this is the sequel to Sal and Gabi Break the Universe, which was my favorite book of 2019. This is a middle grade kind of sci-fi fantasy story about a little kid who can reach across timelines, universes, and a really smart friend of his who is just bright and wonderful. Like, how do I describe Gabi? Gabi is a go-getter, intelligent, kick-ass. I love her. I love them together too. I love their families. I need to read the sequel. Another middle grade kind of sci-fi story is My Life as an Ice Cream Sandwich by E.B. Soboy. I have really enjoyed E.B. Soboy's writing, and I've actually heard some really great things about My Life as an Ice Cream Sandwich, so I'm really excited to get to this one. This one I think is really sitting at the very top of my TBR pile. Alright, let's throw in a classic in here. This is one of the oldest books I have sitting on my shelf. This is Love in the Time of Cholera by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Ideally, I would want to read him in Spanish, but I bought this copy during my first trip to Paris at Shakespeare & Co. So I kind of have some emotional attachment to the particular copy of Love in the Time of Cholera. I'm watching my dog, because look at her. Do you look at her? You're way too smart for your own good, lady. A few more books. Let's see. I have Coyote Songs by Gabino Iglesias. I'm pretty sure this is a horror story set in the border with ghosts and old gods and a man tasked with shuttling children over the border. This sounds heavy. It sounds dark. And I might be in the mood for it. I'm a mood reader, so I'm giving myself lots and lots of options. I also have Signs Preceding the End of the World by Yuri Herrera. Carson told me that this is one of her favorite books. So I really want to get to it. It's not very long, and it was also a book that Silvia Moreno Garcia had recommended on Twitter, so it's high on my list of books I want to get to. Now, some really fun stuff, romance. I have Island Affair by Priscilla Oliveras. I still have to get to the rest of her series of I think it's the Hermanas Hernandez series. But this one's also high on my list. It's set in Key West. And yeah, this is one of the ones I want to get to. I also have The Worst Best Man by Mia Sosa. I love Mia Sosa's writing, or at least some of what I've read from her in the past, and I really want to get to it. I've heard some mixed things about this one, but you always got to try it yourself. And last but certainly not least, I have Adriana Herrera. These are just the 2 physical books that I happen to have on my shelf right now, but I have a ton of her stuff on ebook. So I know I will definitely be reading Adriana Herrera during Latinx Heritage Month, and I just don't know exactly which one I will pick up. So I had actually gotten the order of these books wrong last time I talked about them. I think this is 2, 3, and then the 4th one I have on ebook. This is part of the American Dreamer series. I think that's what it's called. Anyways, love Adriana. I need to read more of her so I can do a dedicated video on her books. But got through that. There are a ton of other books sitting on my shelves right now that Latinx, written by Latinx authors featuring Latinx characters, and these are just the ones that I've been pulling from my shelf. So it's not the entirety of my possibilities, but this is a really good representation of what I have on deck for Latinx Heritage Month. I'm also wearing my Pan Dulce earrings. You're going to see some special things coming during Latinx Heritage Month. For me, I'm going to be focusing on doing videos focused on celebrating Latinx heritage. Not exclusively, like I'll have other videos as well, but I will be making an effort to celebrating that and sharing my heritage, my Mexican heritage, with all of you. So keep an eye out for that, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!